back to Arkansas Bigfoot, everybody. Glad you all came along with us today. Well, for us, the past 24 hours have been fraught with computer issues, camera issues, other technical issues. We've had gremlins in the monkey works. So today we're going to have to find a happy medium, and no, I'm not talking about a psychic medium doing jello shots on the beach. I'm talking about a happy compromise. I'm going to go back to my old faithful standby and use my iPhone today to record the video, and Rachel's going to use the Canon camera. And hopefully between the two of them we'll get the job accomplished. We came out yesterday and did a walkthrough to refill the gifting trees and came across some pretty outstanding activity. And unfortunately, when we got back to the house with the new video camcorder, the entire footage was chopped up and busted up into 6 different segments, rearranged, with big holes poked in the middle of it. I mean,
I have no idea.
It's just like something reached into the camera and shuffled the deck of cards and made a mess out of it and deleted parts and pieces of it. You know, we did that camera test video, and I walked through here and did an entire almost half hour without any issue whatsoever, and expected it to be exactly the same way when we came out yesterday, but you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna call it like I feel it and say these are the guardians of the forest, and if there's particular things at whatever moment that they don't want to be seen, they use whatever tools at their disposal, be it physical, non-physical, whatever, to scramble it up, mess it up, or make it invisible to everyone that's viewing. So, determined, we're going to try it one more time today. So, forgive us if we don't get overly excited over showing you the stuff that we just saw yesterday, but it'll all be brand new for you. So, with that in mind, let's get on with our walk. I've got my walking stick with me today, my little hippie stick. It's warm enough that we found out the hard way last night when we got back up to the house that all the little creepy crawlies came back out, and we had to brush some ticks off. So we're sprayed down with some deep woods off and got the stick in case we got to push a snake away, and 2 cameras rolling. Let's get on with it. Today is exactly a 1-month anniversary of the full moon, which the full moon is again tonight. And when we came out here a month ago on the full moon, that's when we had all that crazy, insane activity. Caught the orb on video for you guys, and we're going to try it again later tonight after it gets dark. But
looks like seems to be their time according to what we found out here.
Yeah, I don't know if that's their meeting time of the month, congregating, but before we had found a bunch of different glyphs and structures and stuff, and yesterday when we came back it was like they were prepping the area to do it all over again. We got up here to this Union Jack structure, and that big rock had been moved to the middle with I guess that's an A or a triangle, but that was put up here in the middle.
And it immediately smelled of Big Daddy. It immediately signatured something he would do, so we kept looking. And thus it continued.
Other things we found close by. Of course, that little ground glyph over there has been there since last month, and it was put there a month ago on the full moon. Seems to me there was something back in here.
They're only about 10 feet apart.
I
Whatever.
think that's it right up there.
We left everything the way it was.
So I call them the guardians of the forest because they seem to be the emperor over all of it, and we've experienced them working with other animals that are out here and communicating using the crows and using the hawks and the owls and the frogs and other things.
There's another one in front of us, I think. This one. All three of these were different.
I'm kind of working with a sore ankle today, so if I get a little shaky, that's the reason why. We had found some footprints there along the creek yesterday, but the water has all came up because we started getting rain late last night again. But in conversation with one of our friends, we were talking about some of the weird things that happen when you are out in the Bigfoot woods and trying to do your walkthroughs and investigations and stuff like that. And he was talking about one incident where he literally lost a big chunk of the time out of the day where he had started on a trail and then just ended up right back where he was and didn't know how he had got there, and the entire chunk of that middle section was gone to his memory. I can't explain obviously how that works, but that's just another incident of the high strangeness and weird things that happen out here. Rachel's back behind me. She's using the other camera, and if there's any good footage that we can get out of that, I'll try to figure out a good way to upload it so you guys can see it. I tried to give you a cleaner version of that audio section of where Sasquatch was talking to us back there, but dummy me didn't realize that there would be a great big watermark on the film, and apparently it was pretty annoying to everybody, so we took it down off of there and get another program loaded up. Maybe I'll put it back up there so you can have it to listen to. It's that time of the evening. The trains are rolling hard out in the distance. It sounds like they're right on top of us in these echoing woods, but But we thought we'd wait till this time to come out here and do the walkthrough so you could see all of the new things that had happened and still be out here as it gets dark, and we can try to do a little bit of night filming. Well, hopefully that camera will work for you, because it sure threw a fit for me yesterday. Seems to like you better, or at least you seem to get more stuff on it. This tire has been laying here all winter long, and they haven't touched it, messed with it, looked at it. And right here in front on the ground is a big A, and on the tire is an A. And I don't know exactly what that interprets into, if that's his initial. One of the viewers asked if we had tried to leave our name written in sticks out here, and I said we had just put our initial,
K.
the letter K, in the sandbox.
Only one time I found it on the ground.
But maybe that's an initial to a name. I don't know. Maybe that's the symbol of one of them that they use. And the interesting thing just past this is right here on the ground is this great big cleaned out spot. And it looks like one of them had used their hand to rake underneath all of it and clear it down to bare dirt.
Might have been good grass there.
Yeah, because the green shoots of grass look like they've been kind of picked out of it. But that limb, you know, it hasn't been raised up. It's still bedded down in those leaves and pine needles up there on that end. But it's all cleared out underneath here, and it's way too late in the year for deer to be making any kind of scrapes or anything.
A couple new arches and whatnot.
And we've been finding lots of new little arches and structures back here yesterday when we came back.
Right over there, in fact.
Well, let's get on over here to the gifting tree. Yesterday we had brought out a coffee can that had some stew in it, and of course they're apple and peanuts and pretzels and stuff like that, but I'm sure it's not there today.
Should I leave this audio there?
You can leave it running, have it on the ready, put it on pause, whatever you want to do. It's entirely up to you.
I was just thinking about the audio.
Well, the audio's not going to record if you're not recording video. I'm moving a little slow today. I've got one ankle twice the size of the other, so bear with me if I'm a little wobbly.
You've got 1 second going left, 1 second going right.
Yeah. An arch to the left and an arch to the right. Maybe we should give Sasquatch a job redesigning Archway Cookie logos and McDonald's logos and the magical arches. I'm going to walk this side of that. A little more level. But after we got done with the trees yesterday, refreshening them back up, we had walked through that swampy side over there, and there's all kinds of new little starts of structures and other things going on. We'll get on over here and let you see all of this stuff first, and if we've got some daylight left, I'll try to work my way back up through there for you. Oh. Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to point out. There's a log up here in the distance that we would sit on occasionally and just sit out here and listen. And yesterday when we came through here and looked over at it, it looks like one of them took their hands and beat it like a sledgehammer and just busted the entire top out of it.
You think it would have had grubs in it, or?
It may have had, grubs or something for them in there. I don't know, but it's just been beat to death. Yesterday when we got to this first gifting tree, the rock had been moved and they had found a tin can, an old rusty tin can from someplace, and had it laying in the sandbox, and the sticks that we had used to make the letter K were inside the tin can, and a couple of the marbles were inside the tin can, and trying to remember if there was anything else. Now, this structure popped up yesterday when we were back here. Or I better ask her. I don't remember seeing it. She's in the middle of something. Do you remember this over here? I said it was here yesterday, but honestly, now that I think about it, I don't remember if I saw it or not. This one right here in front of me. Was that here yesterday? Because we walked right through here to get to the tree right there. And I don't remember seeing it. So this happened last night then.
They're shorter than what Junior's been building, definitely shorter than what Big Daddy built.
So maybe they're teaching a little bit how to,
I don't know, maybe
make stuff. But no, we walked right through here going to the tree yesterday.
Yeah.
And I don't remember it.
I can see the lids off the coffee can from here.
Well, I knew they couldn't resist that.
Oh yeah, I read for them needs special treatment. I'm watching for feet. You do realize half of this video is going to be the ground.
Well, you do what you can do with what you got, so. Like I've got one good hand and I finally figured out what was wrong with my brain. Everything left on the right and nothing's right on the left.
I'm so silly.
Well, it looks like there's some mucky tracks down in that, under that water. That's just, yeah, we knew that wouldn't last long out here. The coffee can is completely empty. Everything's gone. Tin can got dumped out. It's back there in the back.
I hope that's not a foot.
I think that's just a hole. If that's a foot, I'm going back to the house.
I was going to say, if that's a foot, we're in trouble. Mercy. Oh. Peanut butter cup.
Peanut
we
butter
put it
cup.
in that souffle cup because we were out of the others. That thing's disseminated.
Oh man. Tore it to ribbons.
Apparently I didn't have enough trash to pick up.
There's the lid to the coffee can over there.
Okay, so my K, I've been making it into a K every time we leave. And I had the 3 marbles in the top part of the, you know, the triangle of the K. And they've crossed it. And put the little stick aside again. Similar to
Do
yesterday.
you want to leave anything back here right now? Because I've got stuff in the pack if you do.
I should.
Or they'll throw a fit and tear the box apart again.
This is going to be a short one.
Well, I'll turn my back to you. If you can reach in that center zipper compartment, there should be some stuff in there.
Man, what a mess. And one of the sticks is down here next to the red container. I looked to reshape these sticks. That looks like a little star, or what do you call it?
Little A
Yeah.
or whatever.
Just unusual, because that's not usually the route they take, but that's what makes me think it's a different one.
So it's probably buried down in the very bottom, but there should be some apples and a couple of those little bags full of snacks. It's in the middle compartment. You want me to take this thing off? Well, we had too much gear to bring in here tonight, so we took Barbara's advice and grabbed a backpack. Well, easier for you to say. You're not the one with 60 pounds on your back.
Easier for me. Strip the suckers.
You didn't get an extra one out for me?
I will.
Uh-huh.
You're awfully nice for carrying the backpack. All right. I don't know what that would mean. And they keep putting this piece of bark on it like it's something.
Well, if you can figure out what any of it means, I'll carry the backpack for the next month.
Oh, that can was back here too.
That's what I was telling them when we found it yesterday. It was laying up in the sandbox and the rock was in the sandbox. It had been moved.
I don't know why that stick would be in the hole.
I'll just leave that coffee can there for now.
I think I got what I've got. Let me zip you.
You're gonna do what?
Zip you.
This is a family show.
I didn't say unzip you. I said I'm gonna zip you.
Ow.
Stuff I got to clean.
What was that? All right, guys, we're gonna make a part 2 of this video and we will catch you on the next run. Appreciate you joining in. Thanks.